Hello everybody, today I want to talk to you about the overclocking your graphics card. Is it worth it, and will it have any long time effects on overall health and reliability of your graphics card? That's what I'm gonna talk about. So overclocking your graphics card is pretty much just you, uh, you know, upping the amount of clock speed. You're upping the amount of memory speed, and you are increasing the voltage in your graphics card. So let's say your graphics card, each and every one of your graphics card cores are using, and it's just an example, they're using half a watt of electricity. So let's say you bump that up to 0.7 volts of electricity. Your graphics card will basically start to run faster. And from, let's say you buy an Nvidia card, you buy an Nvidia card from MSI. MSI will downclock your graphics card. Due to that, it's gonna run cooler. It's gonna last longer than it is, and they usually underclock your graphics card with 20 to 25% of what the graphics card are capable of doing reliably. My experience with overclocking my GTX 1060 is really not that great. I overclocked it. I bumped up everything I could: memory clock, core clock, voltage, to as high as my card will allow me to take me without starting to fail. And what really happened was that I gained an increase of 10 to 12 FPS at max. I've seen some who've overclocked the graphics card who've gotten up towards the 30 to 40 FPS increase, but me personally, I didn't really notice any major difference from overclocking my graphics card. And I got the GTX 1060 6GB overclock edition from MSI, and I overclocked my graphics card using MSI Afterburner. It just seems like there's some graphics card that overclocking benefits more than others. Let's say you buy GTX 2080 or something and you overclock that, you probably ain't gonna notice too big of a difference, because that's a very powerful card straight out of the box. But let's say you buy a 1050 980 or something and you overclock, yes, you will probably notice some benefits from overclocking your graphics card. It's all up to you. People say that your card will last longer, but there's a misconception about long-term reliability when overclocking, because if you up the core clock and memory clock and you're starting to produce a higher frame rate, it doesn't necessarily mean that your card is gonna struggle more with it. I actually noticed that by overclocking my graphics card, my temperatures on my graphic card actually were going down from 65 to 61 degrees. So actually I gained thermal benefits from overclocking my graphics card due to something strange. But I guess it was because I didn't run any games with my core voltage overclocked. I just ran the games with my memory bandwidth and memory and core clock overclocked. I don't think necessarily that overclocking, if you do it right, is gonna make your cards last a short amount of time than running just stock is gonna do. But I do believe that some cards do not necessarily benefit all that much from overclocking. And as soon as you overclock your graphics card, you gonna avoid your warranty. Pretty much each and every card you buy today can be overclocked. But as soon as you overclock it just by 1 megahertz, your warranty is gonna expire at the moment you press apply in whatever overclocking software you use. And even if you just try it out and let's say play with an overclocked card for 10 minutes, your warranty still is gonna expire from the moment you press that apply button, so think about that. If you want to try it out, go ahead. I would recommend MSI Afterburner. That's what I used for overclocking my card, and it worked. It's very simple to use, and I would recommend you getting a Nvidia card. But it's all up to you. You can also overclock AMD cards. I just noticed that AMD cards tend to run a bit hotter than Nvidia cards for some reason. I don't know why, but they just do. I've not really tried out a newer Nvidia card. I had an older Nvidia card. It always ran very hot, but it lasted 8, 9, 10 years, so I guess it wasn't really that bad of a card. It was a ATI 5750, and it was back in the day actually a decent card, but it started to bug out a lot, and it started to give me some weird aberrations when I played games because it was so old and it probably was about to go bad. But yeah, again, to sum up the video, if you wanna play or if you wanna try to overclock your graphics card, go right ahead and do it. Just remember that you're gonna void your warranty as soon as you press the apply button or whatever you do. Just think about that. Otherwise, tell me what you think about overclocking a graphics card down in the comments. I would love to hear your opinion on overclocking. Thanks for watching the video.